It was media day for the American Conference this week, and Penny Hardaway had a lot to say about his Memphis team's motivations for this year, sitting at a podium with Jeff and Rob from the Field of 68. Hello, Jeff and Rob. Shout out to those guys. Uh, Penny Hardaway, alongside Doug McDaniel and Aaron Bradshaw, said, quote, "We all have chips on our shoulder. To me, these guys should be in the NBA right now and not sitting here next to me." End quote. Reminder that Penny Hardaway was pointing to Doug McDaniel and Aaron Bradshaw, two guys we are both very familiar with for multiple reasons. I'm pretty sure Penny was talking about Doug and Aaron, not Jeff and Rob, but I'm not 100% certain on that. What do you think of this quote?
Is there another like because I know like there's the National Basketball Association. Is there anything else?
I hope not. I hope he's talking about the NBA.
Yeah, I mean I'm not. Look, I think Doug McDaniel is a really good college basketball player. Actually, I'm higher on Doug than other people, and I think he's gonna have a really good year with Memphis for what it's worth. But for him to say that I'm sitting next to two guys that should be in the NBA is just unequivocally false. They shouldn't. Um, and I don't even know if they think they should, or maybe they want to be, but like they that's just not true. That's not true, and also that doesn't change Memphis's year at all. Either I would say like you want Aaron Bradshaw to bounce back, and I think actually you believe he will with Memphis this year, and then W. Daniel I think is gonna have a good year with Memphis as well, but they could have a really good year for Memphis. Those guys aren't NBA guys.
Yeah, Doug is 5'11". Doug is a non-defender with plenty of problems.
Aaron Bradshaw also mentally 5'11".
Aaron Bradshaw is 7'1". I would at minimum buy, like, if he just trimmed this quote in half and said, "Well, Aaron could be in the league." Be like, yeah, probably. Like, yeah, he was a five-star recruit, a 7-footer. Yeah, why couldn't he be if he actually like lived up to his potential? I don't think there's ever been a world that Doug McDaniel's an NBA player, respectfully to Doug. And I think I'm Doug's biggest fan. I still have multiple pieces of Doug McDaniel NIL store apparel sitting in that closet right there. Like I've never for 1 second stopped supporting Doug McDaniel. But we have to draw the line with reality. And I don't know, maybe this is just Penny trying to motivate these guys somehow, which weirdly enough, Cart, maybe it works because look, I do think motivation has arguably been the biggest problem for both Bradshaw and Doug. These guys have no shortage of like non-basketball related questions. Doug's academic stuff at Michigan, and then whatever the hell happened with Aaron Bradshaw at Ohio State. Like there have been serious concerns with these guys. And maybe this is Penny just calling it what it is. And by the way, this is a message that might resonate from a guy that actually did it, right? Like Penny got there and had huge success in the NBA, was an all-star. So to hear a guy that did all that look at you and be like, look, these guys should be a place that they're not. Dion, you okay? You look a little sweaty.
So every August, September, my air conditioning breaks, and there's just nothing I can do about it.
Dude, that's tough. Out in California too. Like, I mean, what is it, like 80 degrees still there today?
Today's gonna be like 85, 90, but like peak summer, it gets like 110. My AC just doesn't ever hold up.
I mean, it sounds like it's a bummer that you can't take advantage of Duncan Mechanical Solutions because Duncan Mechanical Solutions is an HVAC company based in Angola, servicing the tri-state area, bringing commercial quality to the residential world with excellent customer service. You heard us talk about Duncan Mechanical last summer. If you need heating or air conditioning, kitchen or bath remodeling, or all of the above, Duncan Mechanical is the place to go in the Midwest. Go to DuncanMechanicalSolutions.com to take advantage and make sure you don't wind up like Dion. The fact that I'm sitting here at a podium with you for Doug McDaniel's fourth year of college and Aaron Bradshaw's third, they shouldn't be here. To an extent, I believe that, and it kind of gives me chills saying it because, like, it's true. Bradshaw and McDaniel have fumbled their careers up till this point, in large part by not taking it seriously.
Mhm.
Now, I don't think that means get to the NBA, but I think this does give me some optimism that maybe Penny is the guy that could salvage their careers because maybe this resonates. And if it doesn't resonate from a guy who did it himself, who's it going to resonate from for these two?
Yeah, I guess I didn't look at it like that, but you do have a good point in saying that these are guys that have potential, whether it's NBA or not NBA, but like potential to be very good and very impactful, and it has not, I guess, got to that point yet. And if there's one thing I've always said, it's that you always have an option to be unlocked as long as Penny Hardaway and Memphis are still around. You'll always have at least one more shot.
That's true. These guys are both preseason all conference players. Like Memphis is expected to win this league. So look, at bare minimum, people are believing.
Isn't Doug preseason player of the year?
I don't know if he is. I missed that. I hope so. He deserves it.
Yeah.
Dougie, love you, miss you. By the way, I'm on to you, Penny. You watched Goodwill Hunting. That's what this is.
What do you mean?
Have you seen Goodwill Hunting? That you probably, of course not. God,
No.
that breaks my heart. It's a great movie about
Affleck,
friendship.
right?
And Matt Damon, yeah, great
Yeah.
movie, great tandem. Some people say you and I are the Affleck and the Damon of college sports media. Anyways, I digress. The big climax of this movie, spoiler alert, is the really dumb, like can only work construction friend is best friends with like the genius who's way too good to be working construction friend. And at the end, he like goes up to him on the door and is like, "Do you know what the best part of my day is? The best part of my day is when I pull up to the site and every single day for 5 seconds I have the thought, maybe you won't show up today because you shouldn't be here. You're too good for this." That's basically what Penny tried to pull.
Sounds like a good movie. Also, this is what he pulled. Also, so let's go ahead and take some context clues here. Um, am I Damon or am I Affleck?
Which one do you think, buddy?
Yeah, you just call me buddy.
I love you. Last note for
No,
me.
actually, now that is one thing that will end Sleepers Media. Uh,
La-
Not a current gun owner, but will show up to your house. Are you a left foot or right foot dominant person?
Last note for
I'll
me.
shoot you in your foot
Last note for me.
in front of your family.
This table, I'd give anything to be Penny. Sitting in between Jeff Goodman, Rob Doster, Doug McDaniel, and Aaron Bradshaw is my literal dream.